Hello, welcome to AMIMAI's, another weekly roundup of anime and figure releases. This will be from the 15th to the 20th of July 2024. Looking at pre-orders that are available now for on AMIMAI. If you can comment, like, and subscribe, and like normal, the links for the figures we'll look at today will be in the description down below. Sorry, this video is a day later than normal. Just been a busy weekend, so I wasn't able to post it yesterday like I normally would be. So we'll get straight on into the figures that are up for pre-order. Guilty Gear Strive Bridget, purple version, 1/7. There's just a recolor of a previous one we've covered before, for 24,970 yen by Spiritail. The purple colouring is actually not too bad. Obviously her normal colouring is blue for the hoodie jacket. So the purple is actually quite nice overall, but it depends on your preference. I don't know whether I'd probably pay for the previous one. I think the previous one did sell out quite well though. So it did sell quite well, so it's not a bad option if you prefer to get the alternative colour one if you missed out on the first release. So Gridman Universe, we have got Denko Chojin by Union Creative, 21,120 yen. It's a sort of like streetwear style, well, not streetwear, but you know, edgy streetwear, I guess you could say, aesthetic going on here, attire. And then we've also got Akane Shinjo as well, for 21,120 yen. Again, same sort of price, sort of, you know, edgy nightwear sort of aesthetic going on. Not seeing the anime. These are very plain in terms of the shading though, so I think for the price and the fact that they're non-scale, they stand about 23.5 centimeters tall, so about 1/8 ish in height, 1/8, 1/7. So probably not worth the price really. Very simple design, very little effort into the shading really going on. So I think neither of these are really worth it. They're probably going to bargain bin. Artifacts J Near Automata version 1.1A 9S, 1/8 scale by Kodakir for 24,030 yen. So these are 1/8, so they are a bit on the smaller side. February 2025 release. I like the base overall. Pose is pretty good. Paint job looks fine. Standard Kodakir quality in the Artifacts J line. And we've also got 2B as well, again in 1/8. In a very dynamic pose, and I like the route that she's standing on going on, so the base is really good. I think overall pose that was fine. I think it's just because they're 1/8, a bit on the smaller side. My personal preference, there's another 2B later on that we'll be covering that I think is better than these ones overall. But yeah, a bit of a cheeky bit of a cheek being revealed there, but yeah, apart from that, it's very attractive looking figures, and they are Kodakir quality, so that would potentially be worth getting hold of. But yeah, I wouldn't hold much onto that. Binding Creators Opinion White Bunny Ruby 1/6 by Binding for 27,500 yen. So it's the first 1/6 Binding one we've covered since Freeing started doing 1/6. Binding have done 1/6 before in the past, but they normally you don't get a lot of those. But Freeing have just started doing a couple of 1/6. So this is the first 1/6 bunny style from Binding, which is sort of like a nurse aesthetic binding suit, which is fully cast off, obviously, with as your traditional Binding figures are. Not a bad price, and with it being 1/6, it's a bit cheaper. It's a bit more affordable for a lot of people compared to their quarter scale Binding figures. Then we got these Three Wise Monkeys. We got number 3 Speak No Evil 1/12. And we've got Hear No Evil and See No Evil as well, for 7,300 yen each, by Snail Shell for February 2025 release. There is also a bundle of all 3 of them for 20,300 yen, so a little bit of a discount for that. And I think this one might, yeah, it's just the 3, no extras unfortunately with the bundle. So there are other accessories, environmental accessories to have with these figures. So they're posable figures to show off. There's a bit of a unique concept, you know, taking on the moniker of Speak and Hear the 3 monkeys, or see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. So yeah, it's a bit of a unique take on it. Potentially look like you can remove their clothing as well. Yeah, interesting design. If you're a bit more ambitious on your building sets and stuff for your figures, and potentially these might be worth getting, these three. And if you want to do a special diorama, especially being 1/12, they can fit. Is a lot more easier for you to build a diorama based on the scale that they're at. Tenato Inuyasha Hagami Kugurari by Fuyu for 5,550 yen, January 2025 release. Again, nice shading like the other Tenato figures I've looked at. They do seem to at least put more effort into the shading compared to Papa Parade, especially with like greens and blues and reds. That lot. The whites are still pretty plain, and the het blacks are still going to be pretty plain with very minimal shading. But at least with color palettes on the outfits of these figures, they do put a bit of effort in. And the base definitely generally seem to be, you occasionally get them where they're better bases like this, where there's more environmental rather than just being a round plastic disc, as you get with Pop-Up Parade. Movie City Hunter Angel Dust Psycho Nogami Bunny version 1/6 figure by Free for 19,900 yen. It's a bit cheaper on the 1/6 scale. The other 1/6 are 22,000 yen. And this one actually is a bit more interesting, and is from a much, obviously it's not an OC design. This one's from a well-renowned anime, definitely classic basically. I like the pose. I love the sort of needle dagger on the leg holder as well, so very good. Definitely much more unique compared to traditional freeing figures that we've seen before. Potentially worth it. I'm hoping they do a quarter scale of this though, so I might just keep an eye on this and see what happens until February. If I don't hear any news of them doing quarter scale of this one, then maybe pick up the 1/6. B-Style Azur Lane Taiho Anniversary Buddy version quarter scale by Freeing for 39,600 yen. So the more traditional quarter scales that generally Freeing enjoyers do like, and it's of Taiho, which they finally got around to doing. Finally come out of the unpainted prototype. So she looks really good. Definitely potentially worth getting a hold of. It'd be interesting to see if she's cast off or not. It could be cast off. They are pointed, and obviously the pasty covers are potentially no mention of it being cast off. I guess a good way to tell is if it's on Good Smile Company's own website, because the High School DxD, Rias and Akano, they're cast off definitely, and they are not on. They're not for sale on Good Smile up for pre-order. They weren't. So I'll have to check. If I do see that it is up for pre-order, I will put a screenshot of it here, for just so you know. Then it's very unlikely that this cast off, and there might be people that will try to force cast it off. TV animation Black Rock Shooter Insane Black Rocker Shooter 1/8 a Good Smile for 20,000 yen. A bit cheaper than the other Black Rock Shooter figures we've seen before. February 2025. Yeah, like the overall design. I like this quite a bit. They always seem to have these crazy sort of things going on here with the weaponry and the base and that lot. They always seem to have huge bases as well. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't know where all these other Black Rock shooters are coming from for some reason. It's just very perplexing. Sword Art Online Asuna and Yuki ending version 1/7 by Shibuya Scramble for 38,500 yen. May 2025. Very cute couple. I definitely enjoyed watching the anime where she, unfortunately, I'm not going to spoil it if you've not seen it, but it has been a number of years now. Something happens with Yuki, unfortunately, in the anime. But yeah, no, very cute, adorable best friends, I think, for the storytelling. Coloring looks good. Paint looks good. Very good looking figure. And I would take it as like two figures in 1/7. So even though it's nearly 40,000 yen, it's 2 1/7. With Shibuya Scrambles, generally pretty high quality painting and effort going into the quality of the figures. So potentially worth getting a hold of if you really like Sword Art Online. Konosuba Seki ni Bakuran Megumin and Yun Futari wa Udomachi version 1/7 by Shibuya Scramble. So this looks like it's another sort of one that they're doing where it's a couple. It's 2 figures in one for 38,500 yen. I do like this. It might be a way of them trying to boost sales as well, because they're off. It's 2 figures, you know, that are best friends or sisters or whatnot that are doing in a very cutesy pose and adorable pose to justify the high price. I think it looks great. I love the pose. I love the whole everything going on in this figure. It's great. Potentially, definitely worth getting a hold of. Really, if you have watched the kind of super. I haven't watched this season yet. Really, with Mega Man, based specifically on Mega Man. Kedekal, Neon Genesis Evangelion Collector's Edition. Asuka Langley by Kedekal, 18,810 yen. January 2025. It's basic her in a plug suit with a reasonable amount of hair shading. Potentially worth getting a hold of. Maybe, maybe not, in these hexagonal bases. And we also get Rei Ayanami as well, 17,820 yen, so she's a bit cheaper. Don't know why, maybe because of it being a white plug suit compared to, or because of the less hair, potentially. But that's January 25. Potentially worth getting hold of, but there is a lot of Neon Evangelion figures out there. So you're not spoiled for choice, really. If you don't like this one, there's always going to be another one in the future, or ones that are already on pre-order, that are up for pre-order or pre-owned, that you can get a hold of. Kedekal Delicious in Dungeon Marseille 1/7 by Kedekal for 21,940 yen. A reasonable amount of shading going on her cloak. Come on, wakey. There we go. So yeah, overall not too bad. Reasonable amount of shading, 1/7, so that's what more I'd expect for 20,000 yen, at least to be 1/7 scale, not 1/6 or not 1/8. So definitely potentially worth getting a hold of. And here's the 2B that I was mentioning by Max Factory for 31,000 yen. This is 1/7, so bigger than obviously 1/8. And I like the pose in this one as well. Very nice looking figures. Max Factory. Their Max Factory Asuna Ichinose that I've got, bunny figure, is very nice quality in terms of the molding, the design, and the paintings immaculate on them. So I really like Max Factory as a manufacturer. They've really come a long way from what I've heard of over the past few years. And this one obviously gives you the double cheek exposure if you'd like that in your to be on show, which I'm very grateful for. And the base looks really good as well on this one. They've really nailed the bases with this, with both all these, with both 2Bs. But yeah, I think I just like this one a lot more, and you get alternative face plates as well, the eye patch or no eye patch. So I think I prefer this one if I was going to get one. It's May 2025. I'll have to see what my pre-orders like for May, whether I'll be pre-ordering this one or not. Tenetal Tool TV Anime 2.5 Dimension Seduction Mikari Tachibana complete figure for 10,450 yen. So now you're thinking, Gary, you've mentioned that Tenetal they've always been prize figures, they're pretty cheap. Why is this one double the price? It's double the price because it's a larger figure. This one stands at 30 centimeters in height for this figure, obviously with a slight lean that she's got crouching over, but will still have the above average painting that we've seen compared to Good Smile specifically. So this seems to be Furu's attempt to combat Good Smile's L-size figures they've had coming out. It's a good take. I think it's quite good to see. Then at least entering the same sphere as Good Smile's L and XL size. So 30 centimeters is about 1/7 scale. I think if we look at 2B, she stands at 28, so actually slightly larger, probably close to 1/6 scale. Then these Tenetal Tool series. So there's a new series that it seems like they're releasing. And we've also got Liliisa Amano as well. Again, for the same price, and she's slightly taller because she's not crouching over, 31 centimeters in height. So very good price, I think, with this one. Potentially worth getting hold of if you like these figures, but you don't, and they've not come up with actual full scales yet. Pop-Up Parade Fairy Tale Lucy Hartfield Natsu costume version, L size, Good Smile Company for 7,920 yen. So this is what I was on about, to combat, and this stands at 22 centimeters actually. So that looks like these Tentile tool line combats Good Smile XL series really, rather than the L series. But yeah, so Lucy Artfilia, I think that this is based off of artwork, I think, of her in Natsu's attire. So she looks very well done, and obviously you'll be buying this for two very obvious reasons. Yeah, potentially worth pre-ordering. I might wait and see if they do an XL version of this, really, where you get just an even better paint job compared to the normal L size. But I'll have to do a bit more research into that one. Pop-up Parade Chutan from Kawaki Gomen, 4,320 yen, January 2025. So these, yeah, so normal ones stand at about 17 centimeters in height for the normal Good Smiles. So it's a box standard Good Smile Pop-up Parade. It's fine if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a figure. And then now we've got Freeing Megami no Cafe Terrace Akano Hoji on court scale, 39,600 yen. It's the very rare occasion where Freeing actually give an outfit that's material based, not plastic, that you can remove from the figure. So it's a made outfit, seems to be made of some sort of fabric, cloth material, which then when you remove it, it's her in her underwear. And it looks like she'll be part of a series where you can get another made as well. Probably not going to get these, to be honest, because obviously these aren't cast-offable figures. But they at least not increase the price of this, and some people would also like the fact that it's not a bunny suit, so it's not the whole B style trope of just putting every character in a bunny suit. I like the bunny suit aesthetic overall. These aren't too bad, but I think these probably will go down in price quite a bit in the future once they're released in February 2025. Azur Lane Cribdus Brilliant Bell version on 7th by Apex for 22,190 yen, September 2025. So I've got a long way, over a year, to get hold of this. But yeah, this is sort of the open front wedding style dress. Very nice looking outfit. I love the sculpting, love the pose. This is a very, very nice looking figure. If you've got white dress or wedding dress figures in your collection, then potentially worth adding this as well if you're big into Azur Lane as well. I don't think I've got Cribdus in my game on my account as a ship, so I don't know whether I'll get this one, but it's a very good looking figure and has a very good price actually as well. For what you're getting here, you're getting a lot of figure for your money. And this talking about a lot of figure for your money, another very well endowed character, Azur Lane Indomitable, motivationless made version, court scale by AlphaMax, 38,410 yen, April 2025. So another one of those lying down Azur Lane figures which are in court scale, which we've seen a fair few of from Cashino, Bremerton, and whatnot, by Moethus and AlphaMax as well. So yeah, we're getting a lot more of these court scales. I like the overall design. Obviously the skin's very appealing, obviously. So I don't know whether I'd spend 38,000 yen on this, considering it's not freeing. You would really have to really like the character, or you have to really like the outfit being very revealing in the chest area, more specifically. For April 2025. Yeah, not bad price, but I think the other AlphaMax court scale was on sale, if I remember correctly. I will put a screenshot of that up if I can find it. If it was on sale or if it's just completely sold out now, I'll have to check. And then to finalize this week, we've got Rudo Eve Pink version by Pink Charm for 26,800 yen. January 2025, 1/6 scale. This is succubus or lolly style succubus aesthetic going on, with some handcuff action going on. That's fair enough if you like that sort of thing. She is cast off in the top, and I think just in the chest area. Yeah, it looks like just cast off in the chest area. Apart from that, very simple design. And there's another one. I do like the base being sort of a transparent pink, and I like the hair shading going on, purple to pink. Very nice looking figure overall. Potentially worth getting hold of, especially if you are going for a succubus theme in one of your display shelves or in your collection. And that does it for this week of figures. Pretty wide smattering. Fair few Azur Lane figures that we've looked at. as there generally seems to be Azur Lane every week. There's figures being released. But yeah, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, and again, like not as I said, the links for these figures will be in the description down below. Thank you very much, and I shall catch you in next week's video. Bye.